I must say, though, Madam Speaker, that with all due respect to the member from West Central, this is really the Minister, Honourable Minister, this is really not what Jamaica wanted to hear from him today. With a spate, well, if we are in tune to social media, member, we would know that there are questions hovering around about an Integrity Commission report. There are questions as to how we are really dealing with mental health in Jamaica and the renaming and rebranding of a hospital that has leaking wards, overcrowded patients, and no capital budget for about 5 years coming from the Ministry of Health, with previous announcements about destigmatization going back as far as from 2019 by the Honourable Minister, where residents are not growing their food at the Bellevue Hospital because of therapy, but because of sustenance, because the food budget has been cut. My response is governed by Standing Order 11A, Section 2. I can speak not just about the speech. No, you are speaking about the response. Subsection 917. Okay. What has happened over the last week is that the Honourable Minister has been on a media tour deflecting from what is pertinent, his management of the Ministry of Health and Wellness. And we are seeing where announcements are made that the delay at the Cornwall Regional Hospital will not be as great as it was predicted to be. We are seeing about where the Children's Hospital is going to be delayed. We are seeing discussions finally about forensic psychiatry being addressed. And we are hearing about the mental health challenges that ought to be seriously dealt with by the Ministry of Health, but responsibility is being pushed back on the public.
Viewer subscribers, disaster hit the country again. Them people here vote back for the Jamaican Labour Party to continue destroy the country with disaster. Now, my viewers and my subscribers, there is a recent article that came out that said that Cornwall Regional Hospital, Children's Hospital, will now be complete way back down in the next year, almost the end of next year. And them still not sure if it will complete by now and the end of next year, because there is no money in the country to complete it. Now, the health minister have the money, I pay a pum bill. The government of Jamaica have them friends them as an engineer, a rob taxpayers' money we're supposed to complete the hospital. Over $20 billion spent on this hospital alone, people. And they're gonna tell us that it now must complete not even next year. Them a guess to see if them can get it complete by next year, September, people. Tell me, say, this is not wickedness. These people don't care about your health. Them no care. When you see these people run a system where there is no bed in the hospitals, people have to sleep on floor, on cardboard, in a chair, on bench. You must know that these people care zero about us. Then why did the people make a mistake and vote back for these same people? This is to show you that a lot of these people here in Jamaica don't really want nothing out of life. Because if this man or this administration can deal with the healthcare system if them can deal with the healthcare system a very important part of Jamaica. If them can deal with it, so what you think them are going to do with us, the people of Jamaica? Because if them are destroy the healthcare system, them are destroy we. Remember, them already are destroy the education system, you know? Right? And them are destroy the healthcare system. This is just to show you that these people are definitely planning on destroying us, the Jamaican people. Me I tell you, remember be a private hospital they work up, you know. So the big man and the big woman will have their money will be able to go and get themselves treated. But we don't have no money. What we are going to do? We are going to suffer. We are going to unalive because there is no one to take care of us because we cannot afford to pay the big money for go a private hospital. But people, make we start the video the right way. Blessed day to my viewers and my subscribers them. Me hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful day. Now my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first in every and any situation. Just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray because a prayer a day keep the devil away. Now my viewers and my subscribers, we have a lot coming up inside this update, so you definitely don't want to miss none. So watch the video until the end. And remember, like up the video, share up the video, and subscribe to the channel. Alright? Make we run the intro and come back. We soon forward. Welcome back to my viewers and my subscribers them. Big up to all of my viewers, big up to all of my subscribers them. We continually support the channel and help the channel to grow. Now people, remember to like and share this video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed as yet. So my viewers and my subscribers, before we go too far, I want to play you a video from Nikisha Burchell. Yes, people. So check it out and remember to like, comment, and share. All right.
So today we are at the National Water Commission's headquarters in Montego Bay, and the councillors Kenroy Gordon, Martin Kellier, Anthony Swaby, and councillor candidate McIntyre and I came here because we wanted to get the full information, a full brief on the state of the water resources in and across the constituency. We got some commitments. Martin Kellier and I were here some time ago, about a year ago, and we got some commitments then. Some of them have been met, but a lot of them still have been left unresolved. We got a better sense of purpose today and commitment from the NWC team, and I want the councillors individually to give you an update on where we are going with NWC in their division.
We've gotten some commitments, yes, with respect to the Cambridge supply. By December, January, we should have a much better service. With respect to the supply for Stonehenge, they are trying to find an operator for the system that is there, and we have recommendations of our own that we will be making to them. We're supposed to be doing some work in the Johnson area in short order, maybe a week or two. They are at the moment out of a machine, and we are trying to get a machine for them to use in that area. The turbidity in Cambridge, based on what they just said, the turbidity, we might have to just live with it for the next 2 or 3 months until we're able to get a piece of machinery in place to do some amount of treatment. But we should get good service come December, January.
I very welcome our division. One of the commitments that was made to me from last year was to get the fencing of the Mafuta pumping station, and now we got a new commitment that it will be done in short order. The roper top and bottom roper systems, they're going to be doing some improvements on it in short order, just the same The one that going up to Garlands, they're gonna be giving us more pumping time that we had asked for some time ago. In fact, they said that has been approved for the pumping area, but they don't know what is happening with it right now. But they're gonna be checking it out by next week to give us an update on what is happening there. So, and the Bandon to Springfield through Barnet Bush area, also they're going to be changing out some pipelines by next month. They're supposed to be commissioning that water system, and they're looking at the tank in Guinea Hill, so they can fill that tank so you can go to feed and take care of the whole Springfield Barnet Bush area. So in all, it was a good discussion, and we got some commitments that we are holding them to for this period.
Well, we have looked at the different communities which are being underserved and those which have not been served in the Cambridge Anchovy Division. These communities include the Rompton, Mafuta, Bickersteth, Montpelier, and Anchovy communities. We have gotten assurance, of course, that work will be done, and we should see improvement within another 2 to 3 months from now. It was very hopeful, and we trust, of course, the words of the management as it relates to their commitment to such purpose.
As it relates to the Mornington Division, the updates that we got is that they will definitely be looking into how they can address the water issue that is affecting the persons, especially in Tang River, where the water is only reaching up to a section of the residents there in Tang River. So they will be checking for any leaks or any reason why the rest of the community have not been receiving water.
As it relates to the Flamstead all the way to Mornington and the housing scheme area, the community that we have gotten is that they will do some research to see where the water stops and find out what are some of the challenges that is affecting it from reaching the rest of the wider community. With that being done, I've also given them your commitment based on your request, the citizens in Mornington, that they are ready to get regularized as members of the community and receiving water throughout the community.
So overall, your team is on the job. We will turn up, whether it is at the NWC, NWA, or any other agency that is charged with servicing and supporting you. We will be having community town hall meetings to come to you to have your issues, and we'll bring these representatives to those meetings with you as well. We know that water is life, and we're going to ensure that you keep on living with getting your consistent water supply.
Water is life.
Water is life.
Big up to Nikisha Birchall. She really put in the work, people. I just love how she put in the work, and every time I see another video come out with her, trust me, I just want to compose it to other people so you can see say Nikisha Birchall is on the ground doing what she need to do. But people, Damian Crawford tackle the labor right them about hotel workers getting more money in their pocket. So Damian Crawford say the hotel them a slave our people, and he think there should be a minimum wage for hotel workers because hotel workers need to get more money in their pocket. Now you have some hotel we pay more than some, you know. You have some hotel we pay way more than some. Some of them now give you nothing at all. A little crumbs, then give you. And them alone and make all of the money and take it go back in a feed them country. So Damian Crawford I try to find a way how to let these people that are working with those people that built the hotel here get more money if you go home, because it rough on them people. So people, I'm not going to talk too much. I want you to check out this video and remember to like, comment and share. We'll soon come back.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I congratulate the Minister and the industry for all the things that they have achieved continuously over a very long period of time. I've heard the good news presented by the Minister, but even the Good News Bible still had revelations as a part and a chapter. the at the end. But at some point, we must ensure that we seek to create an end that isn't revelation. I've heard the minister speak to something that sounds quite exciting about the number of flights that are coming to Jamaica and the new flights opening new frontiers to Jamaica. Yet, when one looks at the document, you recognize that the level of dependence on the United States is still maintained. Over 70% of the persons coming to Jamaica are coming from the United States. This is similar to the last 10 years of approximately 70 to 73% of visitors to Jamaica coming from the United States. I see the minister indicating 63. However, I think in the document I saw 70. In the past it was 63%. Okay. But you have indicated, Minister, that we have reversed in differentiation. I understand, but I would hope that my 5 minutes is not a debate. But the minister will be allowed to respond because the size of the United States have not increased or diminished over time. The dependence on the United States have caused for a statement made by the minister that simple things like a lockdown in the US had great impact on our arrival numbers. And the effort must be for a greater differentiation of markets. At one point, we were going strong in England. At another point, we're going strong in Canada. One concern that one must also be considering is the level of seat support that we're offering. I saw no mention of that, but it is not unusual that to open new frontiers, there's a subsidy offered to these airlines that are going to then be coming to Jamaica. That subsidy must be placed in the price of opening these new frontiers, and we would love to know that the public is informed if seat support is being offered to those entities and the level of seat support that is being offered to those entities. Additionally, excitement can be found in the Jamaica First statement. But the Jamaica First statement must also be a part of the consideration for the benefits of the industry in the most direct Jamaican, i.e. the employees. I wonder if Jamaica First is the reason for the high levels, local first, that the locals employed to the entities. Just recently we saw many demonstrations in hotels because the locals were dissatisfied with the remuneration and treatment that they were receiving in some of those hotels. Indeed, it is necessary for us to consider a special hotel minimum wage because the circumstances of the hotel workers are not the norm of a regular 9 to 5. There is no person who is serving as a waitress that can say, you know what, I'm going to wash my face and bathe and ready up because time is finished before she finished serving the person. Of time. There was a point in time that we considered the security guard for a special minimum wage because the perils of the job, including the time of travel to and from job if you're on a particular shift, must be considered as well. Those local first also include investors. We can see some of our members here from Westmoreland that can tell you that Negril is suffering because the small and medium-sized entities are being out-competed by larger foreign-owned entities that are causing for lower prices, that are causing for a disbursement of investment, that have more new properties, that have greater brand recognition, especially in these markets that they're going after, that benefit from larger promotional budgets, and they are dwarfing the... Take out the next 3 minutes that he was debating. They are dwarfing.
You have to sit, member. House Leader, the member's time for speaking has finished.
House Leader, I think we should afford the same courtesy as
It doesn't work like that, House Leader.
How long did it?
House The question is that the member be allowed 2 additional minutes to complete. Member, please use it wisely.
It doesn't work like that. The same courtesy is in extended. But that is fine. So thank you, Madam Speaker.
Member, please, this is not the best sitting to start these types of discourse. The minister gets more time than the member who is responding, who normally gets only 5 minutes. So the timing is based on nothing other than what is given in the standing orders and the leniency of the speaker. So you are giving leniency. Please do not allow anybody to distract you so you may complete in the time. Thank you, member.
Well, local first, Minister, let me, Madam Speaker, let me hurry up, should be extended as well to our small and medium properties that are suffering, that are also most affected by competition from Airbnbs, and a program must be in place to sustain and to protect the existence and profitability of our small and medium-sized entities as well. We heard exciting news about the craft market. However, we have recognized that craft have dissolved into almost a retail industry, with Chinese craft being the most dominant presence in most of the things. We have seen that there's also very limited protection for design, to the point that persons that attended Edna Manley see no true benefit unless they have a place within the craft market, because their designs are not satisfactorily protected. Finally, because of the context of time, we would also want to recommend to you the Minister of Entertainment's conversation last week, where entertainment can be used as an attractor to Jamaica. We have been dependent on climate differentiation. That's why we call those coming from the north bird tourists. They fly south for winter. And you're now seeking to contribute to a new climatic differentiation for the summer months. But the summer months, entertainment can be used as a chief attractor. We can build out the Sumfests of this country. We can build out the entertainment brand that Jamaica has established, to use that instead of climatic differences as an attractor. So again, we congratulate you, Minister, and as well the industry. But we are acknowledging the challenges that we can face if local first is only a slogan and not implemented on behalf of the workers, of the small and medium-sized hoteliers, in particular the West, and on behalf of the Juta tours and the taxi operators who have been squeezed out of the industry to this point. As well, we can't be giving all these work permits to persons that the skills exist in Jamaica to work in the hotels, including entertainment. Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thanks for being here.
So, Minister Edmund Bartlett respond to Damian Crawford, people, and this is what Minister Bartlett had to say, people. Check it out.
The subject. Madam Speaker, the member raised some very important points, especially in relation to local first, because it is that reason and more why this concept and the strategy of local first is introduced. You recall that it was a manifesto indicator for the last election, that we were satisfied that because the industry had reached what we call the critical mass, that is, now we are where there's a ratio of 1-to-1 visitor stopover to population. And the big players of the world are now interested in you. The big investors are coming. And the models that are now being utilized relating to vertical and horizontal integration threaten the very basis on which we have driven the industry in the last 10, 15 years in particular, where our effort is to have a stronger retention of the tourism dollar in the local economy. And so the infrastructure required for that, we have been slowly putting in place, not sufficiently, Madam Speaker, and that we acknowledge small countries like ours have that problem. But we have trained more workers in the industry than any other government in the history of Jamaica. Trained and certified. I established the Jamaica Center for Tourism Innovation in 2017, which is a pathway certification facility to enable competent workers on the job who are not certified to be certified with international certification from the American Hotel and Lodging Education Institute, from the American Culinary Foundation. And since then, 25,000 workers of the tourism industry are certified with that designation. They can leave now and go anywhere to work. And the truth is that when we go to other countries and we go into hotels, we are shocked to hear, Minister, I come from Trelawney. I come from all over, because they have what we call portability. They are now able to peddle their wares with certification. They have stackable credentials that they can move around with the world because we have certified and trained them. We went into high schools, and now, last year, 358 students graduated from the 33 high schools that have a program that gives a certificate in hotel management and customer service, and in some levels, associate degree. We've gone further. Talk about the entertainers. We established the first entertainment academy that we are now training fit for purpose entertainment and entertainers for the industry, supported by local impresarios and local producers here, working with us to train them. DJs are certified DJs. We went further. We established the Gastronomy Academy. And 2 weeks ago, before I left for the market, we graduated the first 2 executive sous chefs in the history of Jamaica, 2 ladies who are now working at Hyatt Hotel in Montego Bay. You don't have to clap for that, but these represent the steps that we are taking to professionalize the industry and to deal with the issue of low salaries, because it is not always by legislation. It's by building capacity to produce more, to add value, to be able to innovate in the workplace. And so it is answering the question that you raised. The last point that we want to make on this, Madam Speaker, but a little 101 is necessary sometimes, so as to ensure that the right questions are asked.
No, Minister, you have 3 questions remaining, and it would not be a new statement by Minister. So there are 3 members waiting to also ask questions. The member from St. Andrew South will go first, based on the fact that so many mics were on and off. And then Westmoreland Western, and last is the member from St. Mary's Central, in that order.
Thank you for your guidance, Madam Speaker. But, Madam Speaker, it would be remiss of me if I did not answer the question in relation to seat support, because I do think that this is a very important consideration when members are trying to establish the cost of the market initiatives and also the cost of airlift into our space. So just to make the point that the new market of South America that we are now annexing, the airlines are all what we call scheduled charters. And therefore the support that is needed from them is not seat support. It's marketing support, which is part of what we do. And so, to answer your question, there's no direct support for seats for these new markets. The final point that I wish to answer, Madam Speaker, is the issue of the small hotels and the problems. We are responding to that. And we established, as you remember, $1 billion at Exim Bank, which has been on lent to small players, small hoteliers and small players, at the lowest interest rates in the country, a total of $25 million a time, to assist them in dealing with upscaling and building capacity to respond to some of the marketing challenges that they have today. May it please you, Madam Speaker.
And people, you know the show can't done without the integrity boss, Mark Jefferson Golden himself. You understand me, I say, people? Now, for each and every one that watched the video come so far, thank you very much. God bless you all. I really appreciate your support. For each and every one that continue to support this channel, I just want to say thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. You understand me, I say, people? I just want to let you all know how grateful I am for you all support. You understand me, I say? So thanks again. Thanks. I really appreciate the support. Remember to like, comment, and share this video, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed as yet. You understand? Now check out this from Mark Jefferson Golden. Now in my next upload, I will put the response for these questions from Mark Jefferson Golden. So check out the next upload later on today.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Minister, thank you for your statement and for your response to the opposition's reply to your statement. I have two questions. One is relating to the 5x5x5 vision. You indicated that that began in 2020, so this would be the 5th year of the 5. And you say that Jamaica is firmly on course to achieving it. But you've said that the projected arrivals for this year, 2025, is 4.3 million, and that the earnings are projected at 4.6 billion US. Both of those are below 5 million visitors and $5 billion. So I was wondering on what basis you say you're on course for achieving it. The other question I have relates to the Jamaica, well, what do we call it? The local first concept, which really should have been the essence of our tourism policy from Jamaica first got into tourism. And I think the lack of focus on that has led to a model of tourism which now needs to be reoriented to be greater value added in our local economy. So we certainly support this concept, and we've been espousing it as well. One of the vexed sectors, and there are several, but one of the vexed sectors I know is transportation in Jamaica, where there's a sense that the vertical integration of the larger players, foreign-owned players, are excluding local service providers in various areas, and transportation is one. I noticed that you have 6 technical working groups that are being established, but I don't see transportation mentioned in any of those, and I was wondering where they would fit in within that structure. And related to that, and this is a sort of fundamental question, is how far do you envisage us going in ensuring local first? Because, you know, there's exhortation at one end of the spectrum, and there is other methodologies of trying to force a situation to adjust because people will not otherwise adjust their behavior. And I want to know what level of commitment you have to that, because it will impact how far we are able to get along the local first mission. So those are my questions.